Hi everyone, this is Cindy Soto, your certified health educator from the Hippocrates Health Institute and the author of the guide, How to Get the Most Out of the Program. I'm joined here by my husband Pedro, who is one of the health educator instructors for the Institute. Today we're interviewing Dr. Brian Clement, the world's leading expert in raw food nutrition. As director of Hippocrates Health Institute for over 35 years, he has gained his vast knowledge from experience. Before we go to Dr. Clement, I want you to be aware of a great opportunity for you or a loved one to do the 3-week Life Change program with us as part of a group. In addition to saving hundreds of dollars, you get some other great benefits. For more details, please visit www.hippocratesgroupsavings.com. We have groups scheduled for the rest of this year. For the exact dates, visit www.hippocratesgroupsavings.com. Now let's get to the questions with Dr. Brian. Suzanne also wanted to know, is it true that sugar feeds cancer? Because she says every cell in the body needs glucose and converts whatever is eaten to glucose anyway, so she doesn't understand how sugar feeds the cancer.
What you have to understand is that when we say glucose, which is true, is one of the fuels of the cells, and let's name all the major fuels for the cells. We're talking purely fuels, not structural components. Glucose is one, oxygen is another, and essential fatty acids are the third. This is a gasoline for the cells. You have to understand, if you ate lettuce, now listen closely, people, if you eat lettuce, that's the amount of glucose the human cell needs to maintain total health. What we've done over the centuries is that we've literally hybrid foods to have more and more what in it? More and more sugar in it. As a matter of fact, the average fruit today has 30 and 30-some times more, not percent more, sugar than the original fruits. One time when I was in Jamaica back in the 1960s, I tasted what they call the grandpa papaya, and when they weren't looking, I spit it out because it tasted like cardboard. The original fruits, when I talked to agricultural specialists in this, were very, very, very sour with little to no sugar in it. So they know today that hybridization makes it sweeter, and the sweeter it is, the more they sell, and this is all marketing ploy. So again, the amount that you get in lettuce is the amount of fuel that the human cell requires. We also have to know that processed sugars were hardly ever eaten until this last 20th century. The only people that ate processed sugars were the aristocracy, less than 5% of the population. They would be able to afford the sugars from sugar cane that were brought from exotic islands all over the world back to Europe, etc. 95% of the population did not eat any processed sugar. What has happened, ironically, over the last 100 years, and certainly over the last 50 to 70 years, is the poorest people now eat the most sugar because it's become a very, very big commodity that's cheap. And so we've also all weakened our pancreas. So even little tiny bits of sugar that would have been acceptable to a healthy body 100, 500 years ago, because our pancreas doesn't know how to regulate, adjust, and allow sugar to be part of the food going into the human cell, it's not working anymore. So now what we end up with is sugar in the blood. So if we have any more than what you get out of lettuce, it's called blood sugar. When sugar is floating around in the blood serum like a river, picture the river, microbes and mutagens, microbes being such things as bacteria and viruses, and mutagens being such things as cancers and fibrocystic problems, etc., they eat sugar, just like the other life forms you're calling cells. And we've very clearly understood in legitimate science for a number of decades that this is a fact. Now, even conservative science today agrees with this. Johns Hopkins, about 3 months ago, put out a paper to cancer patients that is as if I sat here and wrote the thing myself. PET scans, the best diagnostic tool we have on the planet to check cancer. They inject sugar into the body. When cancer goes to eat it, it glows. You're going to say, well, that was white sugar. Well, how about my friend who used to work at Stanford University, who came here and healed himself of liver cancer, and actually at home extracted apple juice, went to the lab, took the fructose out of it, and injected it into 3 of his cancer patients, and guess what? The same exact results came from the fruit sugar as came from glucose. So don't let the mythology and your addiction Put the veil over your eyes. Listen to an organization that's understood this for 30 years and has more people heal cancer than any place on the planet Earth.
Hi, this is Cindy one last time to remind you of a great opportunity for you or a loved one to do the 3-week Life Change program with us as part of a group. In addition to saving hundreds of dollars, you get some other great benefits. For more details, visit www.hippocratesgroupsavings.com. We have groups scheduled for the rest of this year. For the exact dates, visit www.hippocratesgroupsavings.com. Thanks for tuning in, and I hope to talk to you soon.